Hello, Delvers. It's Ollie, your editor, also known as Saya in-game. This is going to be a two-part episode since this was a really long session. This part one that you're watching right now is around 2 or so hours, and then the other half is a little bit longer and will be uploaded next week. Just to let you guys know, and enjoy the episode. Time to Dungeon Delve.
Hello everyone and welcome to Dungeon Delvers, the channel of geeky people who delve deeper into the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. That's where you go. Well done.
I went to clap but my sleeve was away.
There you go. That's the one. Yes, thank you for joining us. We are the Dungeon Delvers, and the cast is with me again, once again, to play the campaign Icewind with the Frost Maiden, which we are now on episode 19.
Yeah, we're almost at 20.
19, believe. Yeah, we'll be on 100 soon. Hopefully everyone will subscribe who watches, because if they don't, I will cry alone.
That is your YouTube.
I thought it went from a threat to pathetic.
I don't know. Maybe people feel sorry for me.
Cry.
Hopefully people feel sorry for me and be like, do you know what? We'll give this guy a subscribe because, you know, feeling nice. Anyway, we really appreciate all the kind of follows and subscribes and likes. Obviously, go and follow us on the Dungeon Delvers with a Z on Instagram, and go and check out, obviously, this page. I mean, I keep saying check out YouTube. You're here. Check it out. Go backwards. I mean,
check the rest of it out.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Right.
So, check the rest of our episodes out. Obviously, we started on episode 6 with a prologue before that. Obviously, you've got a lot of catching up to do if you want to make sure you want to catch up with where we
have
are
a
now.
playlist.
Say again?
We have a playlist.
We do have a playlist. Yes, we have a playlist now. So you guys can easily follow the whole campaign in one click.
Yes.
I think it's one click. Yes, one click. And you get all the kind of the show.
It's all in order as well, so it should just process.
Thanks to Oakland with her magic ways of sorting things out on YouTube.
Oh.
Have we got any announcements tonight, guys? I don't think we have we?
Not tonight.
Salvation's back, yay!
I take the back.
Jackal is still not back.
Yay!
Woo! Amazing. Cool. So, as we do with this new start to the campaign, since we've come back from our small break, we are going to do a quick recap, a first-person documentary preview of the last episode. These are being remembered by the DM, by the way, and the DM does remember good stuff. So, the good news is, if you do a good job, you may get something in the future. If not, then you may get something bad. Who knows? But I am jotting down these good things. So far, we've had Sentry and Salvation. I would like the rest of the cast to make a roll on a d20, please.
Sure can.
And whoever gets the highest will go next.
Oh shit, that's it.
Aha, it's not me.
No, give it to Chloe!
Roll a d20.
Fuck, I forgot how you roll.
Oh, there's a little select. You can select it on the side.
There's a quick button on the left-hand side. You can choose the dice as well. Or you can /roll.
Oh, Jamie. There you go, mate.
Sorry, Jamie.
So, with a 13, Jackal, I would like, in your voice, a first-person account of the last episode from where we began to where we last left off.
Oh shit, okay, here we go. I don't remember much of last session. Sometimes the cold it just gets into my head, but from what I recall, we let Salvation head into one of the nearby towns that we recently caused a ruckus in with her good pal to go see what was going on. But lo and behold, they came back with nothing to find, so we thought, well, we better keep on moving. So we headed further down south towards Bryn Shander and made our way into the city. It was actually nice to see some life around the place for once. Lo and behold, The city was bustling. Everyone seemed to manage their own thing. There was some few dodgy eyes rolling here and there, but I mean, by now we all know the best thing to do was to stick to ourselves. So eventually, led some of us splitting off. I know Sayer, he went to go do some shopping somewhere. Man's always after either booze or a new sword. Doesn't surprise me. I think the rest of us, we went down to go find this Beldora lady, and well, that was definitely a surprise and a half. We found some new things out about each other. Some things, I'll admit, I didn't really want to be out in the open, but here we are now. Maybe the rest of the gang has forgotten about it. Maybe they haven't. We'll have to see. I mean, last I checked, Sentry snuck off at some point, and then so did Salvation's friend, and then boom, magic happened. Beldora transformed in this other lady, and it was all a bit too much to keep track of, really. But something about an archmage came up, may threatened the whole entire land, and now it's shit that somehow's been blocked on us to deal with. So, with an important quest at hand, we decided to do some shopping, and off we went. I went to go try and find myself some new armor. I met Sentry along the way. He seemed in a bit of a rush to get to all the shops before they closed, and now I'm out trying to find the others, and well, fuck knows where they've gone, but hopefully I'll find them soon.
It's like I picked up an audio log in a Bioshock.
Do you know what, Jackal? That was probably the best one so far. You did all the eyes. I mean, next to Salvation's, Luke's was a little bit like...
Hey, mine was first.
Set the bar low, and he was first. And Hansa, it's scary to do. Salvation stepped it up, and now I think you're like, just
fucking
above.
three
Right,
weeks.
Chloe, we gotta outdo them whenever it's our turn.
But maybe the rest of the cast can improve and set the bar even higher. Who knows? We shall find out. As the last two roll off for the recap and see who does it. Cool. Now I shall give the official recap, the one that I've written down, with my long hours of thinking. Last we left off, the party are in Bryn Shander with their first meeting with Beldora, or as we now know, Dadiala, an operator of the Harpers and first contact for Oakland and Jackal, and also known by Salvation after a conversation with Batul. Oakland, Salvation, and Jackal had a quick conversation with Dadiala. She uncovers insights about Velen and the power she holds, and mentions something Velen wants to find, a possible object of power in a lost city somewhere here in the Dale. The party quickly, not trusting of Dadiala, wanted more information and proof that she was part of the Harpers. Dadiala then presented her Harpers affiliation as a small dagger, which was a silver dagger adorned with the Harpers emblem. Not sure what to think, and moving on to find the others, Jackal had an encounter with Quell, which dropped a few concerns, I would say, with Jackal himself. Moving on, Sayer dropped by the Black Iron Blades to see if he could get any modifications to his weapon, but Elza and Garn had never seen such craftsmanship in Sayer's weapon and couldn't be further from help. Shortly after, he was robbed from his gold purse, which was inconvenient. Sentry found Sayer not long after, causing some disturbance by climbing the central monument to help find Sayer's thief, where the guards had ushered them on because they didn't want them to cause any more trouble or distractions within the city. Not long after, using his powerful sense of smell, Sayer found the pouch and detained the thief with some help from familiar town guard. After the party convened again, discussing troubling thoughts and future plans, they set off for a spot of shopping, talking to Aylin, the vegetable shop owner, and Victor, the trinket stand owner, managed to procure some items they were looking for. Salvation snuck off to the Northlook Tavern to find some more information and possible location for Batul, and more information about the Arcane Brotherhood. Meanwhile, Oakland decided to visit a old folk Marvin, I think I called him Marvin. I can't remember. I need to look back. The library owner, and obtained a very interesting spellbook. Was it Marvin or Melvin?
It's Marvin.
Marvin. Possible spell or incantation book in full Elvish. Excuse the dog.
The Wild Hound.
The Wild Hound. Salvation snuck off to the Northlook Tavern to find the information and possible location for Batul, or information about the Arcane Brotherhood. In the bustling Northlook Tavern, Salvation was looking for any sign of Arcane Brotherhood, and found Hlyn, the Shield Maiden, instead, where there was a strange song performed by the famous travelling bard Lucin. And that's where we last left off.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick pause here because dog. That's why. Give me a sec.
Rough dog.
Woof, woof, woof.
My baby dog.
Let's quickly up our levels. Go! He's not here.
I wonder if we might get a cheeky level up this session. I want some combat.
We haven't
Get some
been in
combat
a
level up.
battle for
We
like
haven't been in combat.
It's been so long. I want to be in combat so we can level.
Yeah.
And we're back.
DM, Earth in combat so we can level. But don't kill him. That's the balance, all right?
Combat. Level up. Combat.
So,
Level up.
you find yourself within, or a few of you find yourself. We'll go to each of the party members one by one. First, starting off with Salvation, Sentry, and Saya. You find yourself within the Northlook Tavern. In different parts at this point, I would assume, as we last left off. You all heard this transcendent song by the amazing voice of Lucin. And you heard some words, or I would say Sentry heard some interesting verses, words especially that caused for concern. The rest of you, not sure what to make of it, but I would say that Sentry definitely is in the realms of thinking a little bit too much into this, possibly. The song finishes, the whole of the tavern goes partially quiet, but then a short clap and burst of applause from everyone, especially Helene, and a few wolf whistles come around, and the tavern is bustling with drink and dance once again, and the corresponding band, which is there playing in the corner, who have their instruments, carry on as normal. What would you like to do?
I would like to order a drink.
Okay. I will say, very, very quickly at this point, just to keep tabs, Oakland, you're still within the library reading, is that right?
Yeah.
Amazing. And who else isn't there? Jackal, you're pretty much on the way.
My roll
Yeah.
crashed.
I would say, as Saya, are you going to the bar?
I'm at the bar right now.
You're at the
I
bar.
already went.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I was already.
That's fine. I need to narrate it, my friend. I would say, as soon as you reach the bar, you see a familiar cragcat and halfling enter. And Jackal, I will put you on the map.
Yay!
Right.
I should ask, do you go straight in, or do you do something on the outside?
No, I'm gonna go straight in.
That's fine. So you enter the Northlook. It is bustling with people, patrons of all sorts of races, sizes, colours.
Jesus.
Drink is everywhere. The floor is sticky. It smells of mead. The music's good. And
Florist.
I would say with your passive, you do see Saya in front of you ordering a drink. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to silent speech to Saya and say, not a surprise to see you back at the drinks again, friend. If you've got a quiet table we can sit at, I don't think these kind folk are going to take too kindly to Athena being in here.
Yeah. Do you want anything? We can find a table.
Just an ale, please, friend.
Sounds good.
Sorry.
That's it. Is there a barman? Can I see a barman sitting in front of me?
I was about to say, yeah. You obviously see each other, and then basically serving some patrons on the far side of the bar. You see a shorter gentleman in this kind of like battered waistcoat, half balding head, kind of like he's got hair on the tufts of the back of his head. He's got this great moustache and like a chin beard. He's got a sweater across his head. He's got a kind of like bit of cloth over his shoulder, and kind of like he's just currently serving mead to the other patrons as you speak.
I kind of bump the table and kind of ask him over.
Okay.
Like, kind of call him over, like, hey, excuse me.
He kind of like you see him kind of, well, you bump the table. He finishes pouring a pint, pushes it over, and goes, "Hey, what can I do you for? Haven't seen you around here before."
No, I'm new around here. May I have 2 ales, please?
New around here. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Scramshax. This be old Bitey here. He's the most famous person in this tavern. And he points to a familiar knucklehead trout, as you've seen many of them, pinned to a wall, with kind of a board around it, like you know when you catch fish and you place them on a trophy.
Yeah.
You can see that just behind him. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "What did you want? What can I get you?"
2 ales, please.
2 ales, that's no problem. Now, we've got this special black version. Not sure what's in it. We had it received a few weeks ago. Seems to be going down quite well with the patrons right now. We've got none left. Probably last few points. But want the black ale or the normal?
Why not try this black one?
Hey,
Can't cause any harm.
kind of winks at you and goes, "That's a good choice there. There'll be 3 silver apiece, please."
Okie doke. And I hand him, get my pouch out. Boop, boop, boop. Give him 3.
So, Scramshax comes over and passes you 2 freshly made pints of this black ale and slams it on the table.
Look up at him and say, "Thank you very much, sir."
Oh, you're welcome there, lad.
Do you know if there are any quiet tables for me and my friend? We don't want to scare anyone with his pet.
And he kind of like looks over and sees Athena as you're walking past, and kind of looks and goes, "Well, that's a weird-looking pet there. A bit big."
Yeah, it won't hurt anyone. We just don't want to cause any trouble, you know?
Yeah, I don't like trouble around here. Just so you know, I take tabs, just in case you're aware. Scramshax always offers good rates, in case you haven't got money, in case you want to buy something else, or food, or ale. So you don't have to pay on point, but, just make it an IOU. That's alright.
Bless you.
Okay, then. Can I have a look around the bar to see if there are any free tables where me and Jackal could plop our butts down?
Make a perception check, but as you've asked him as well, and he kind of goes, "Well, we're kind of at full capacity right now, so finding an empty table will probably be an issue, but try near the back. It's where Lucin was playing his song."
Okay, doke. I'll do a perception check anyway, then.
Yep, just let me know what you got.
I will. Can I also do one? Because I've also been looking around for a table after the silent speeching to Saya.
Sure. So you got a 6.
I need to.
And you got a Taylor Swift. So with a 6 or natural 1, you look around and there's just way too many people kind of like walking around. You've got these ales and you're not concentrating enough. With a 22, absolutely, you see in the distance past where Lucin was you haven't heard the song, but you can see him coming down from this elevated platform area, and people are almost gathering around him. You see patrons with all sorts of like kind of scrolls and parchments and things going up to him, possibly asking for autographs as he kind of makes his way down. And you see a few tables back there.
Like here, maybe?
Cool. Yeah, I want to start heading over there then. If I can.
I'll go with them. I'll head over to that table then.
Yeah, feel free to move yourself where you want to go. As you move over, you actually pass Salvation. With your passive perception, you would see this, Jackal. and she is currently talking to a very familiar Lynn, who, as you pass, recognises both of you and goes, Salvation, you didn't tell me they were... Hello, lads, you right?
Oh,
Hello, Lynn. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Oh, don't sound too excited to see me.
It's mighty cold out there. I just need some rest, I think. What are you doing all the way in Bryn Shander?
Well, first off, I'm here to see the performance from his truly, and points over to where Lucid is. Secondly, I've actually got some more work for you, if you like, and turns to Salvation and goes, just to answer your question earlier, I am here to offer you some more work. If you like it, I don't mind.
I have to admit, Flynn, we have a little bit on our plate at the moment, but what kind of work is it?
Well, it's part for me to say and part for the sheriff to say. He's entrusted me in finding a group of individuals who are worthy of the task, but it's for him to describe to you, not for me. But I can take you to him, no problem.
Is this task any kind of time constraint?
Well, you could say that. In fact, probably be best if I bring him over to you. It's Sheriff Markham. Have you met him yet?
I don't believe so.
Well, Sheriff Markham is the he like, I'm trying to put it in a nice way. He runs the militia here in Bryn Shander, and he is the left-hand man to the speaker. The speaker here is Duvessa Shane. Do you know her?
Not personally.
Well, she's quite a young wee lass, probably the youngest speaker in 10 towns. But she holds herself well, and she knows how to boss people around. But I think it might be important if it's a matter with the sheriff, if it's between me and you.
We've got so much to do, though. Maybe we could do it on the way.
Oh, Saya, where did you come from?
Well, I was with Ethel.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Hello.
I mean, what kind of a payday are we talking if we get this test done?
Well, and she kind of like grabs an ale and kind of chugs it from the side, swigs it, and wipes her mouth and goes, where's the rest of you?
Well, I believe they'll be on their way shortly. They're just doing some shopping.
No, your big iron friend, where is he?
He should be in here somewhere. I entered with him.
Oh,
You did?
You did? Well, I passed him on my way here. I don't know how he would have got back before me.
I definitely entered with him.
He went to go do some shopping somewhere.
I think we should all get a table and talk for sure. Clint, when is it you want us to meet this sheriff?
well, he's here. I can just bring him over to you if you like. Probably best, and then you can carry on in the way. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But it's a really good earner for you. Don't put it down. It's probably going to get you a lot of money because it's from the Shane. Well, Miss Shane, I should say.
She's just going to turn to the other two and kind of quietly fill him up now. Wait.
I guess we could talk to him.
Jackal, what do you think?
I say it never hurts to hear the words. We can always decide when the rest are here anyways.
Yeah. We're not accepting
Whatever
now.
you guys think's best. I just need some rest.
Time to find. Okay, we will hear him out, but this is not promise of accepting any job. We hear him and see what we have to say first. If that okay.
No, it's the thing is, right. I think it's good for you because you seem to help out with the Keltro, if you know what I mean. It's pretty much the same job apparently. I tell you what. Go over to your booth. I'll meet you over there with him. How's that?
Okay, good plan, good plan. You guys have table?
Yeah, just at the back over there. I point to.
Okay, lead the way.
And I bloop 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 bloop.
Yeah, you make your way over to the table, and as you kind of like, as she gestures you over to the table, she kind of goes, "Scramshacks, wee lad, will you get us how many pints? I don't know. Just get us a handful. Bring it over if you can." And you hear Scramshacks from the back going, "All right, no problem, my lady. How many did she say?" And kind of turns around. Yeah, you can make your way to the back.
And I give Jackal his ale that I got him.
Yeah, much obliged, sir.
But Jackal, what you see in front of you is a ale, but it looks like something that has come out of the lock. It's definitely not foamy. It definitely doesn't smell like ale, and it's black. And as you kind of look into your mug, you can kind of get the idea that ale is sometimes amber-coloured, sometimes a bit frothy, but this stuff is just gloopy and looks like tar.
Okay, I'm just gonna take off one of my gloves, dip my finger in it, and do like a finger taste test.
Okay, yeah, you take your glove off. Would you like to describe your hand to everyone?
Oh
who
yeah,
can
we
see
have
it?
a hand.
You seem to be covered up all over, just to see what, unless you're hiding it.
No, yeah, so I mean, I'll be a bit sort of, wouldn't be like showing it off, but if anyone is paying particular attention, you would see a lot of scarring, maybe even burns on Jackal's hands.
Yeah, cool. And you dip it in, and your finger goes in halfway, and then you kind of like take it out, and it kind of wet, and it's not like sticky at all, but it's just like it's wet. You give it a taste on your finger. Tastes good. Yeah.
Tastes good.
Yeah, it's got kind of a hint of like there's definitely a charcoal taste in there, but it's got more of a musky taste, very deep hop. With a charcoal caramelized finish. It's quite nice.
Okay.
So, what exactly are you guys doing here? I thought everybody agreed this is the place we were not.
Well, whenever someone says not to go places, normally that's a sign that we should go there.
Jackal, you are the one who said we should not be here. What are you doing here?
Well, I was trying to find everyone else, then I found you and Sayer in here, so I was wondering the same thing.
I'll take
We're in here now and things seem to be okay.
Yes, it's not big scary place full of criminals like I thought it was going to be. It's actually a pretty nice tavern.
Who exactly told you that you weren't supposed to go here? I don't think I know about this.
Literally before we all set up, we were deciding where to go, and everyone said, "Okay, well, we're going to the north because we're going to fuck up all of that business." And we're looking for different taverns. Naturally, you all left, and I came here anyway.
But no, you sounded like you were told by someone that we weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, you guys.
I never said anything.
Well, not you specifically, but everybody else. You were here for this conversation, definitely.
Yeah, well, Sayer ran off pretty quickly, but it was a bit of a mutual thing that we all decided not to come here. But hey, we always seem to find the shit, or the shit finds us.
Point.
Whilst I'm saying that, DM, I'm going to be looking around for any symbols that anyone might be carrying of Zentarium, Arcane Brotherhood, or any dodgy-looking characters in particular, laying eyes at us.
Okay. Where you're sat right now?
Yeah, from where I'm sat.
Make a perception check.
24.
24. Wow, he's getting the good rolls today.
Yeah, boy.
With a 24, you sit down and you kind of like did the taste test and kind of like put your mug down and say what you need to say and kind of look round and you look behind you, look to your immediate vicinity. Nothing that represents Zentarum or any sort of Shadow Network related emblems that you can see.
Okay, cool. And everyone seems to be like jolly pub goers, no one looking too dodgy, cynical.
I mean, you've been into a Spoons, haven't you?
Yeah, you get that dodgy guy in the corner.
So, for your American viewers, Weatherspoons is a large drinking area in England, and it's basically full of all sorts of characters. You get your worksmen who've just come up for a late night drink. You've got your patrons, loyal patrons who come here every 5 minutes, and you've got your kind of just general friends and possibly some families here. Yeah, just general people.
Okay, that's cool. So all seems in relative normality.
Yeah, very, very normal, I would say.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
You would, I mean, just to put it into kind of context, with, in fact, I would say from where you are with a 24, you would see Sentry, as that is a very, very good roll, and you would see him on the opposite side on one of the balusters. You would see him probably about 100 feet away from you, probably a little bit more.
Oh shit, that is Sentry, isn't it?
You just seen him on that.
So amongst the crowd, as you're kind of just eyeing
think
everyone
I was
up,
lying?
you're kind of just like looking around and like really going like, I want to see any issues or dodgy people, and you just look over to the kind of like balcony area of one of the, and you see like just an array of people and just one person just looking very out of place, and yeah, that's Sentry.
If you two will excuse me, Salvation, Sarah, do you both manage to just keep an eye on Athena quickly?
Sure.
Sure.
Big of my ale.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it tastes great, by the way. Just for your first sip. Really goes down really well. Yeah.
Cool. Jackal's going to get up from the table. And he's not going to... I mean, sneaky's the wrong word. He's going to blend in with the crowd as he heads over to Sentry.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a lot of people in here.
Make a stealth check if you don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
And
26. Holy shit, the rolls are getting better and better and better.
What are you looking for, Sentry? What are you doing up there, sorry?
From the last time, excuse me, I was just keeping general eye out over the area. I think I got like 19 checking it, but I can do it again. It's just mainly around the now hearing the musician's verse. I'd be looking mainly towards the musician just to see where he went and what his mannerisms kind of were with the rest of the crowd around him, see if there was anyone he was really having conversation with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you guys went to your booth, you did pass him, but there was a small crowd around him, so you didn't quite get a good look. But Sentry, what you do see is that crowd gather, and just make another perception check just after that performance. 21. Big rolls today, right? Yeah, so you definitely see all the people on the lower deck. I would say you see Hlyn. You recognise Hlyn and who Salvation was talking to. You see Sarah and Jackal enter. But you look back over and Jackal's gone. You see Athena, but you can't see Jackal anymore.
Cool. Everyone still talking with the musician as well. Everything seems kosher over there.
Yeah, it's not so much like it's not like a rowdy crowd. It's more just like a can you sign this kind of thing. And he's kind of like thanking everyone. And someone, one of the patrons is a younger woman, long black hair, kind of like a bandana, kind of like peasant clothes, and tries to grab the loot and kind of like shuffles back and goes, "No, that's mine. Leave it alone." Like that.
Okay.
Kind of see that.
I think I'll turn to the guy next to me, and I'll just face towards him. The musician, he knows a lot on the befallen winter. Is there any history of him moving that you know of?
Then he kind of looks at you. He's kind of short bloke. Sat down. Well, he's stood up with an ale, kind of like swaying around, and kind of goes, "What did you say?"
The musician, he
Yes.
mentioned a lot about the winter. Do you know any of where he's been?
I'm sorry. There's two of you. Who am I talking to?
Sentry Dawn, pleasure. Who are you?
Max.
Max.
Yeah. Yeah. Music. Did you listen to him? It was really good.
I just nod.
You get the sense that this guy is intoxicated.
I go back to. I'll just look over again and just keep an eye on the musician for now.
You go back to where you was and have a look at the musician.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can do that, no problem.
DM, if you could just tell me when I can move closer towards my objective.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say while that conversation's gone on, you're probably 3/4 of the way there. As doesn't take you long to get through the tavern.
Bam! 3/4.
So I would say, unless anybody else wants to do something, Jackal, you will make your destination.
No?
Nope.
Cool.
Cool. Jackal, you reach your destination.
You have arrived at your destination.
Goes under someone's legs. It's like.
Sentry, I didn't see you here at first. What are you doing over here? We got a table over in the corner. You care joining us?
The musician, you missed his song. He spoke of a glacial wall and many other interesting points. I think we should speak with him. Usually bards would have travelled and they'd be well versed in the knowledge of place to place. I think he might be of interest. Was all well with Helen?
Yeah, I mean, talk of the devil. Talking of the bard while speaking to Helene. This guy seems to be quite well known throughout the land, and as you can see from over here, he seems to be causing a bit of ruckus with the crowd, so I definitely agree with you in the point of he's going to be useful to talk to for information. However, buying his time, I don't think it's going to be so easy.
I think conversation might be best when he comes to leave.
Trust you to keep watching him and keep an eye on him, and we can capture him just before he goes then.
Shall we go to the table? Have you seen Willow?
I haven't seen Willow, but hopefully she turns up soon. Helene's presenting us with another business opportunity with some sheriff. And that's why I'm trying to get everyone to get to the table. Just be interesting to hear it out. See if there might be any good reward in it for us.
Let's make our way over. Mind the gentleman there. He's intoxicated. And as I walk with Jackal, I'll also I'll go over the verses and tell him the bard's song.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
So yeah, Jackal, you now should have the verse memorized, so you can make a note of that. Obviously, if Sentry wants to send that over to you.
Beautiful. Thank you. And then yeah, we'll just be heading back to the table.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, you guys can make your way back to the table.
Cool.
I would say, as you make your way back to the table, you see Hlyn, kind of like with another patron, but this patron seems to be a little dressed kind of like smarter, and probably adorned in a little bit more armor than the rest. Holds himself up high as he kind of waves to Scramshax, and you see him kind of wave back. And he kind of like does his. He's got like a trench coat on, but obviously with the furs. But underneath, you can catch a glimpse, both of you, with your passive perception. You catch a glimpse of a very smart lapel with like an open shirt and some armor around the chest. So you see some sort of chest plate. And he's talking to Hlyn at the moment. Do you do anything?
Is there any kind of badges on him?
I'd say with a 15 you'd see it. Yeah, there is a very obvious, with his kind of like jacket open, you can see the left hand side of his chest, and you can see the emblem, but it's in a gold shield this time. More so, you would assume adorning a higher status or rank.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna, like, as I'm passing, just take a back step, sort of catching it as a second glance. Yeah, Hlyn, so you must be the sheriff, right? That Hlyn was very kindly telling me about.
Aye, well, I'd like you to meet the sheriff round here. We've got to be polite though, because you know he's an authority and all that.
Of course, please. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir, and thank you for protecting us in these lands. My name is Jackal, and this here is my colleague Sentry.
Your name's Jackal, and that's Sentry? Odd
You have that correct, sir.
For someone who can take on the task. And he looks over to Hlyn and goes, "Are you sure these are the right guys?" And Hlyn comes back and goes, "Hey, they're more than capable. I've seen their handiwork myself. Now talk to them. Introduce yourself." And he kind of looks over and goes,
Shall we wait until the rest of our party are together if we're talking whatever this mission may be? And
All right.
greetings again, Hlyn.
There's more of you. Right, okay. So, lead the way. Lead the way. Then he just like kind of like shuffles behind you with a pint.
I'll head back, but I'll be keeping an eye out on the doorway in case Willow is to emerge.
Okay, cool. So you're keeping an eye on the door.
Yeah, as that I can wave her over as such.
Amazing. Okay, and Jackal, you're going up with and Hlyn and Sheriff will follow. I'll put the name tags in so you can see it.
Are these booths? Are they partitioned and do they actually have curtains on them?
They actually do, but they're currently open. Quite nice curtains actually. Yeah.
Cool. That's nice. Just walking on in, brushing past the curtains. Salvation, sir. I believe there's to be a meeting. The sheriff is here now.
Yeah, we were going to hear it,
presentable.
just in case we could take it, because I know we have a lot on our plate right now, but if it's something we could do along the way, we might as well hear him out.
And basically asked for us specifically, so I figured it could hurt to at least hear him out.
Yeah, it's the least we could do.
Especially if it maybe relates to anything else we have going on.
Cool. And I'll just hold the curtain open for everybody else to enter in.
Yeah. Hlyn kind of comes up and goes, "Oh, it's nice to see everyone. I believe we're missing someone though. Where is the lass? What's her name? Willow, is it?
She was shopping last we knew.
Right.
She'll make her way here eventually, I'm guessing. Everybody else did.
Right. Yes, Markham. There's one missing, but I'm sure she'll be up for it." And he kind of looks around and goes, "All right, okay. Everyone take a seat, please." And he kind of gestures, "You, Jackal, are you sitting down?"
there's enough seats, because I can see that there's 2 left.
Yes, there is.
Okay, yeah, I'll sit there. So Flynn and him are still going to stand.
The atmosphere here, and you know when you kind of like sit down with like an interview or something, and they gesture you to sit, but you can kind of clearly tell they're going to stand anyway, kind of thing.
That's what I'm kind of trying to figure out the vibe of it.
Yeah, so you'd assume that they want you to sit down, not them. So
I'll sit down.
He kind of waits for you to sit down and goes, "Is that your pet?"
That is indeed.
Well, you got a license for it?
You'll have to explain a license to me.
Well, normally I tell you what, I'll have to let you off on this one, but just to let you know, pets of certain tolerance, certain size, and certain let's say how lethal they are, because this one looks like it can handle itself. Need a license for it. Sorry, mate. But I can. I'll talk to you about that later.
Please do. I wouldn't want to go around breaking the laws of the land.
All right. Well, yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you're a nice guy. I can tell that from me, and then Lynn knows you anyway. So, yeah. Right. Is everyone listening up?
Yes.
So, I have a proposition for you, and I heard you lot are good at handling yourself under pressure situations, possibly a sword. Is that right?
Not bad.
You could say that.
Well, I'm going to take you over to her mistress, Miss Shane. But before I take you there, I'm going to give you my side, and she can tell you what she heard. And she gives Helen a wink. And he goes, "Oh, not this again." He's got quite political views, this one, you see. And he kind of carries on and goes, "Right, we have in detainment a goblin of the name of, I don't know what his name is. Couldn't understand him. Anyway, we have a goblin in detainment, and apparently he has brought a peace offering from a encampment south of the spine of the world, which some of you probably know, or I don't know if you know, but it's called Karkolok. And I'll spell that for you. It's Kirkollohk.
Jesus Christ.
These goblins don't make easy names.
No.
And he
You
goes,
don't like to play it easy.
"No,
What was the name of this lady he was talking about? Like Mistress what?
you would have heard it earlier. Actually, it's Miss Shane, all you know so far.
Shane? No?
Miss Shane. But
Miss Shane.
her name earlier was said it was Duvessa. I think you was in that conversation.
Speaker.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember hearing that, but that's what notes for now.
Anyway, he carries on and goes, "You see, Karkolok is a known goblin encampment south of the spine of the world to the west, a few days' travel. Now, it would be in her ladyship's interest to make peace with these, as we don't want any more raids and we don't want any more caravans getting attacked from the south, coming from the south of the spine. Right, anyway, now, two sides of the coin, literally. I'm going to stand here and offer you 300 gold if you take the head of Yob Knock, the vicious, cocky little bastard who owns that place. I don't believe a word he says, and he wants a peace treaty. He can get it in the form of a blade round the neck. Now,
where exactly did you say he was again?
I'll show you my map. I've got a map, don't worry.
Okay.
Right. Miss Shane, on the other hand, wants you to go up there and negotiate terms. Now, this is my negotiation, and he pulls his sheet on the sheath of his sword, and he puts it back, and he goes, her negotiation tends to be more political, so it's up to you. But I'll tell you what, I'll throw in an extra 200 gold if you give me his head.
We're talking 500 gold pieces here.
So 500 from me, don't tell her. Or you do a peace treaty, you make niceties and come back and she'll give you the 300 gold. It's up to you.
How many days travel is this?
Well, we're looking, and he pulls the map out and he places it on the table and unravels it and it crinkles out. I'm going to place you all on the map again, once more, because we're all fun. One by one. Right, let's put you on. Put me on, I should say.
Put
Right,
us all on.
so let's zoom this out. Let it load in. Okay, so can everyone see this? Yes, they can. Cool.
Yeah.
So this is a large span map, and what he presents to you is a big version of Icewind Dale, and you can see all sorts of trade routes, and this is definitely a almost like political map of trade, incoming caravans, where kind of things come from, shipments come from. It's more for the speaker. But you can see clearly in detail, and actually you can see some names you don't recognise. His handwriting is so scruffy that you can barely make out what it says. So I'm not going to give you them just yet, because, I mean, you can make a perception check if you wish, if that's what you want.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll look out for if there's anything like new on this map that Sentry doesn't know from way back when.
Why not? Give us a perception check, just to see if you can make out what he.
Even if it's not like a word, but if there seems to be like a new town or like city marking, then just anything that looks interesting.
Okay.
23.
A 23. Jesus. Right. Yeah, I will get to that in a minute. He comes to you guys and reels this map and goes, right, so it is it's probably about 2.5-3 days travel, and it's southwest towards where some of you probably entered. I mean, are you new to Icewind Dale?
Not really.
We're a bit of a 50-50 mix here.
So some of you are, some of you aren't. That's fine. Basically, as you know, from the south, and he points, and I'll try and ping it on the map. He points. So he points here, and he goes, this is probably where most of you entered from. This is the southern route of where you get out of Icewind Dale, coming to the southern territories before. But that's where our main caravan loop comes into. This is where the attacks normally happen. They happen there, and they also happen towards the west side, close to the mountain pass. Now, where I want you to go is a little bit further down, and if you have a little look here, that's where Carcarot is.
I look to the guys. Isn't that the opposite direction of where we're going?
Yes, entirely.
Is there a time frame around this?
Well, you see, we're gonna let the messenger go, apparently, but I think her mistress wants it done soon, rather than later. I don't think there's a massive time pressure, but it would be advantageous to do it ASAP.
Say if we did do it sooner, would there be extra in it for us? I mean, we're a busy group.
He kind of looks at you and goes, well, I can find other people to do it, mate. It's not exactly one.
I would suggest you do that.
Well, I can definitely do that. I'll have to let her know and let Helen know, but that's your offer. Does everyone not want to do this then?
Hold on a minute. I'm still kind of interested in this. I just thought I'd try for the extra gold.
Quickly, just as you are looking through Sentry, kind of like peering over his shoulder and having a look at the notes, you can see that there is a a marking here called the Red Run.
Yep.
And you can see a marking here called the 10 Trail.
Okay. Does from obviously Jackal ask for the extra gold, and from my Sentry's reaction to it, does he seem to shift at all, as though he might struggle to find people?
With that perception check, I would say that you can kind of guess he's playing possibly a bluff. You can see it in his eyes that he's like, oh, okay, fine. Like, he's kind of like, you know, when you basically said you can do it yourself, but you know you can't. I would say that with that perception check, you can see from what you saw that he's probably not telling the whole truth.
What the fuck? Intimidate, no, Jack.
I don't. The Cycrus. Sorry. How does that take to actually activate? Does it say?
It should say on the sheet.
You could trick him and be like, I'm the ghost of.
No, yeah, it just grants you telepathy. So I suppose it's just the telepathy spell. I don't have to like bring it out. I just whilst I'm tuned to it, I just do it, I guess. So I'll just link with Jackal. Seeing his reaction, and just mentally say across, if we're wanting to do this job and go up north, both will help my 10 towns, and we need more money to be able to go north. He's making a bluff.
Silent speech back to Sentry. Oh shit, that was a good spot. It didn't even come to mind. I'm that exhausted. Yeah, I mean, that's up north. We haven't been given a time scale just to get it done, whereas this is on a time scale. It's promising us extra gold, which is going to help us on our journey up north. Plus, neither of us has seen combat in a while. I think it would be a bit of fun. And then I will turn back to the fella and say,
Oh my god.
I'm going to think about it, Sheriff, in the most respectful way, but how many people in this city are silly enough to already risk their lives on top of the lottery, the blistering cold, thinking about it? Who else is almost stupid enough to go out and deal with your problems other than us?
Well, you got a point there. Himlin was telling me that you're probably the most capable people around here, and we've seen for a while. So you're probably right. I mean, I really appreciate your help, if I'm honest. It's an urgent matter of sorts, because you don't want any more shipments going misplaced. But, you know, 500 gold if you give me his head. Well, it's quite a nice day's earning, really.
What about non-monetary? As in, with the rest of the shoppers around here, a speaker's word or yours would carry with it?
Yeah, so, what do you mean? So, about negotiation, is that what you mean?
Yes.
What we do is we give you a parchment, signed by her mistress herself, which will be placed in front of said idiot, and he will sign it, and that'll be it.
I'll just look to Sarah and Salvation, back to Jackal as well. The task for up north is of importance. I deem it one of the most important. Getting rid of this and bringing back the sunshine is what I think I'm here to do. However, helping 10 towns as well is important. So that's the only reason I consider this. Where
Yeah.
do you all stand?
You guys made good point. The extra money would help, especially since we still need to get the transport, and that's currently going to leave us with pretty much nothing. So I think the extra gold would definitely help with going north.
Fine. Let's do this job. I mean, no harm can come with more gold.
Hopefully it is all done as quickly possible. Go in, sort it out, whichever way it goes, come back, get gold, go north.
If
I mean,
if you're able to produce a parchment to make us known to any of the shopkeepers to keep them happy with our transactions and help us procure axe speaks, is that what we need?
yes.
I think we'll take up the speaker on this offer.
Sure.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah. That's said aloud and back to
Well,
the
the Iron Man speaks for himself. I think we're all in agreement.
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, please meet me either tomorrow or immediately to Mistress's town hall, which can be found in a marketplace. And Sentry, you have seen a bigger building. The rest of you have seen a bigger building in the marketplace, which could represent the town hall as you were looking around. And he carries on and goes, well, I'll be waiting outside for you. Just come on in, I'll introduce you to Mistress herself. And, we can get this party on the road.
Sounds good to me.
Very well.
Just remember, you're doing patronage to the mistress by political means, yeah?
Yes, of course.
When really, you're gonna take, I don't want to wink you, take the head.
We will see how things play out.
We'll decide that on our own terms.
You didn't hear that from me. Right, I'm off. Lynn! Kind of gets his ale and goes, puts it down and goes, I think I'm off. Do you want me here for anything else? And he just kind of looks like, no, probably not, but you could probably settle the bill. That'd be nice from you, wouldn't it? Eh? Settle the bill for us, all of us? Kind of looks around and goes, alright, I'll sort it out with Scrum Shucks, it won't be an issue. Turns around, kind of walks off. And as you walk off, at this point you can see two militia have made their way on the bottom of the stairway on the way up. And he kind of goes, boys, let's go. And he kind of walks off past the bar and makes his way to the exit. Are you guys doing anything as he's leaving?
No.
I'll just close the curtain.
Okay.
For our booth.
You can do that, no issue.
The sheriff here is an odd character.
It's just a bit.
How do we
Too many.
feel?
After you, Sentry.
No, I was just said how do you feel? I thought you were responding. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, there's too many odd characters in 10 towns, really. Too many to figure out. At the end of the day, as long as we get our gold, I couldn't really give two shits with what happens. It's all for the better cause, really, isn't it? It's going to help support us get up north.
You make a good point.
We'll just have to make this job quick, because we don't want to waste too much time.
Does anybody know where Willow Oakland is?
I didn't see her.
Sentry.
Jacob.
Sorry.
Oh, go on. No, go on.
Are you sitting down currently?
I would have just closed the curtain, so I'll still be standing by the curtain, I suppose.
Okay. Sentry, you immediately feel yourself, your eyes glitch, for a familiar time, for a second. You see vision, it goes... And the rest of you, I would say that Jackal sees this and Saya sees this. Salvation, you don't. You see his eyes, just that blue, just flicker. Very, very... like... in a minor detail. You guys do anything?
Sorry, it cut in and out a bit there for me. So Sentry's eyes flicker blue, did you say?
Yeah, so his eye colour is... What colour's your eyes normally blue, isn't it?
Icy blue.
Icy
It's,
blue, yeah. So the colour of his eyes start flickering, just momentarily, and you notice it.
Do I notice it as well? Sorry.
You just see a glitch, like almost like you know when you get a lag on an internet connection.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sentry's lagging.
His ping is gone.
Yeah, he's got a ping of 900. I look up at Sentry. I'm like, "You're alright there, buddy."
I really just want to be.
Silent noise.
Yeah. I'll turn off the crystal, stop the connection from that.
Okay. Yeah.
The crystal, I believe, has some other effects as well, other than just the telekinesis. Occasionally, it makes a slight time lapse.
Sentry, you no longer can speak or move. You are classed as paralysed.
Nice. Did I get that sentence out though?
The rest of you hear him talking about the crystal, and it kind of goes, and then he stops mid sentence.
I kind of like shake him, like I put my arm on him and go.
You just see him kind of go. His face is forward. His arms are stiff. You can't tell if he's breathing because he doesn't breathe.
Very fair.
Salvation's gonna lean over and just knock on the front of his head.
Yeah, you hear a...
Hold on a minute, guys. Jackal's going to walk over. He's going to try and search Sentry for the side crystal.
Okay. Sentry, where'd you keep your side crystal?
My herbalism is on my left. General is on the right. The side crystal is right pec.
Okay, cool. Is that a pack you can access, or is that a newer person?
Yeah. Everyone can access it. I just
you could see Sentry do this a few times. I would say you know where it normally is, Jackal.
Cool. I'm going to then try and get it out, and I'm going to put it in Sentry's hand, like wrap Sentry's hand around it, and then I'm going to silent speech to Sentry and say, "Sentry, are you in there?" I'm just going to see if the crystal lights up at all, does anything, or if I can hear anything back.
You can place the side crystal, you get it out, you try and move his hands, his arms do not move.
Oh shit.
Are the curtains closed?
They were when Sentry last put them closed.
Yep. Salvation. Begin ritual casting magic.
What are you casting? Sorry, you just cut out then. Sorry.
Going to start ritual casting detect magic.
Detect magic, yeah, of course you can.
And then use the action to figure out if there's anything going on. But it'll take about 10 minutes.
Yep, so you start your ritual cast, yeah.
And I'll let the guys know what I'm doing before I do it.
Yeah. Okay, so Salvation starts ritually casting a spell, places her objects around, and starts making an incantation.
Shit, this isn't good. Say, do you know how to do CPR on a robot?
I look at I look at Jackal like he's a fucking idiot. I'm like, are you?
I mean, have you got anything fucking better?
No,
He's just,
weirdly enough, I don't.
he's gone.
Jackal.
Do you know how the fuck he works?
No, weirdly enough, I wasn't taught that.
Neither was I, so I think it's not such a bad suggestion in a time like this.
Robots don't breathe, for starters.
Well, we need somewhere he's starting him back up again. For all we know, he's just fucking died on the spot.
Well, I'll do what I normally do to machines that don't work, and I get up and I kick him.
Okay, make a strength check.
Just a question. Your silent speech, people can't talk back to you, can they, Jackal?
No.
No, okay, I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
a
got a
one-way
16.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you get?
That's fine.
I got a 16.
A 16.
for my turn.
With a 16, you kick Sentry and he starts tumbling. Are you doing anything? He's going backwards. Okay, so Sentry, you kick Sentry. He falls literally like a log into the curtain. The curtain rail falls down on him, and he's now in a curtain on the floor with a red curtain around him, stiff as a brick. Sentry, you take 1 bludgeoning damage. Why not?
Oh god.
Oh, yeah. That was a bad idea. Let's just
Jackal.
fucking kick him.
That usually works.
Meanwhile,
My concentration.
while they're doing the ritual cast and everything's going on, we'll GTA zoom out and into a small chapel thatched-shaped building with a blue wheel on the front as Oakland is sitting there flicking through a book that she said that she's reading, hence why she hasn't done anything yet. You, I would say, while this is going on, you're probably more than halfway through this read. What was it you're looking for in particular?
I'm just reading through
Yeah. What was you?
because I've never seen the book before, so I'm just reading.
Okay. What did you say you were looking for in the last session? You said you were looking for particular things.
I made a list. I am looking for.
Realm of Shadows, the glyph that you showed me, and timescale magic.
Okay. At this point, I mean, 3/4 of the way through, Marvin comes up to you and kind of like with his little other lantern and goes, "You found what you need yet?"
No, not sure. How far am I?
3/4 of the way.
Do you need to close up shop, sorry?
Well, I kind of need to go to bed. It's getting past, that time of day. But
Okay,
it's all
that's
right with
fine.
you. If you want to carry on, I don't mind. It's just I'll probably take a nap on the floor.
Just to think back, because Willow would probably know this. Did he say where he got the book from? Was it like just given?
He said it was 10 years ago. He acquired it off a very strange person.
I don't suppose you're selling this book at all, are you?
Well, I got no means for it, so you can probably have it if you like.
I mean, if I could, that would be absolutely brilliant, and then you can go to bed.
Well, wouldn't that be something? Right. I tell you what, you can have it. Just bring it back to me probably in a few days, because, you know, I like to keep me books straight. And if you know what I mean, don't steal from me. But I'm giving it to you. What am I saying? Take the book, it's fine.
Thank you. I'll get out of your hair, and I'm going to leave. How thick of a book is it? Is it like really thick?
This tome is, probably about 3 or 4 inches. It's pretty hefty tome.
Oh. I am going to leave him 8 gold.
Okay.
I'm going to pop it down on the table. I'm going to say thank you for your patronage, and I'm going to head to the door.
He kind of like stares at the gold and goes, well, I'm definitely not opening for the next... Thank you very much. Woo! I'm going to buy myself something. I don't know what, but I'm definitely going to buy it. And he kind of like gets the gold and goes, are you sure?
Yes, you're giving me this bloody book. Now take it.
Alright, okay. Bye now.
Thank you, bye.
He kind
And
of
I'm
like
gonna shut the door.
waves you off. He goes, do you want the lantern too? I don't mind.
No, it's okay.
No? Okay. Well,
I'm just gonna keep walking. I got a book.
yeah, okay, yeah. He kind of like goes, bye now, and shuts the door behind you. As you walk out into a dark street of Bryn Shander, you can see some of the lights of the city now lighting up some of the town, some of the firelights in the window, the torches. You can make your way around. Where would you like to go?
I'm just gonna head back to the last time I saw everyone, and then go from there.
I would say this is
That's
probably...
the last time I'd probably.
Yeah.
That's the last time I saw them.
I would say
so.
this has happened probably when the sheriff came. So, if you let me know where you would like to go, we could make some... Would you like to just go back to... You're going back to the marketplace, the middle. So as you go back to the marketplace, you walk through the streets. You see where you saw the farmer talking about the chickens. It takes you a few minutes to get there. No longer there, but they've obviously boarded up their little abode. You see the central kind of piece in the middle of the marketplace. There are almost like metal bars up where the shops were. It's like a framework or like a skeleton of where the shops were, but there's no shops. They're all closed now. And you can see around you there is all sorts of like lights from different houses. The wind's picking up a little bit. It's a little bit nippy. The snow's coming down. You kind of hunch up and your breath comes out and you feel the cold and you kind of make your way, the crunch in the feet as you're walking through the untrodden snow. The only thing you can really hear is the north look. From there, it's very loud.
Can I look around, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
See if there's any serious people, like in, I don't know, the sketchier parts of the town, sort of thing. If anyone's looking at me, following.
So you're in the market square, circle at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you want to just check here, see if there's anyone here?
So I wanted to do it from when I left
from
to
when you left. Okay.
when I'm at the marketplace. So I just want to keep a lookout.
Yeah.
That
Make a perception check. See what you say.
Okay. Perception. That is a 12.
The 12. Just walking through. There's no one out. The odd patron, the odd civilian. You see, kind of shuffling past with a goat. Kind of like walks past with a hood up and walks straight past you. That's it.
Cool. From there, then I'm going to, because to recall, if obviously once we're done, we all agreed to meet at the Northlook. So I'm going to go to the Northlook, but I'm going to stand outside and put my back against it and wait for everyone.
Yeah, okay. So I would say by this time, obviously, we'll have the conversation, you're pretty much halfway there towards the Northlook. We GTA zoom back to you guys. Sentry's on the floor, taking 1 bludgeoning damage. He is not moving right now. Salvation is midway through her casting, and Sayer's probably gone a bit red from the embarrassment. Anyone doing anything else?
Look around, see how much noise that made and how much attention that's drawn.
Oh, it made lots of noise, and to be fair, there's not much of a crowd around you because at this point you realise that the cheering and the chanting and the dancing on tables, it's kind of like blends in with the sound of the tavern, so you wouldn't assume it's made any noise. You get the odd patron stare at you. You see a red-haired lady across from you, sitting down, finishing off her wine, kind of looks around and gives you a bit of a... kind of like goes back to a drink.
Salvation, any ideas?
Not yet. Working.
Salvation currently can't speak. She is currently incantating.
Yeah.
Sayer, can you see like a small, tiny little switch down by where his doodah would be?
Why do I have to look? You're the small one. You could easily get down there.
You're the one that fucking kicked him over. Have a look.
I reluctantly look at Sentry's crotch.
Okay. You can look at Sentry's crotch. Would you like to investigate Sentry's crotch, or would you just like to look at it?
I would like to investigate Sentry's crotch.
Make an investigation check.
Can we have an out of contact panel? Like?
Please tell me
I
he's
got
done
a.
really well.
Oh,
my God.
I was so excited. He got a roll.
What did you get? A natural
Give me all the
20.
details about Sentry's crotch.
Investigate
Yeah.
Sentry's crotch.
Do you know what? This crotch, it's definitely well made. There is parts of damage from the plate work, possibly minor scuffs. Nothing that you would see that represents any sort of switch. With a natural 20, it's difficult to see what you would see. Sentry, what does he see down there?
You can see the metallic plates, metallic-like plates, dark of metal. They all have slight tufts of fur, far less than the collar portion that he has. And I suppose from the natural 20, you see moving them about to check. They all are on a slight pivot, almost like I want to say gimbal system. Like for how you've seen his plates move beforehand. Seems like almost all areas can do that. But he doesn't have any gonads.
Okay, well, I snap back to look at Jackal. I thoroughly investigated and there is nothing there.
I thought you didn't want to look down there. You almost had your nose up in there.
I will slap you.
You could fucking try it, but good job for looking. Right.
As you're looking as well, I will say Athena kind of looks down towards what you're up to. Kind of like does this kiddie paw of like trying to see if there's any reaction, and kind of just goes.
You okay, girl? Have you got any ideas? Do you know where Sentry's hidden switch is?
She kind of like starts curling around in one of those bowls and just goes lying down again, facing away from you this time. No. She's by you, but she's spun around and just done a little kitty spin. And
I'll take that as a no then.
No, I didn't think so. I'm literally clueless. I don't know what the fuck's happened to him.
Is anybody doing anything else?
Is there anything I can do?
So, as you guys are just looking at Sentry on the floor, 5 minutes have gone by, and he's still there. Sentry, you come back online. Your face lightens up, the eyes go a bit brighter, they glow with the same glow. It was kind of dull or dim before, but you come to consciousness. You are lying on the floor, flat.
Wait, was I unconscious before? Sorry.
You was paralysed, so you were conscious but not there. I mean, we're working it as a glitch, so it's like everything's stuttered. So you saw what was going on, but you couldn't react.
That's fine. Yep.
If he was conscious, did he see fucking saying up at his crotch?
He would be aware that he was there. Yeah, I'd say so.
Did you run out of battery there?
I'll just get up off of the drapes.
Yeah, they kind of go clang, 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 and fall off.
Did you manage to put the crystal in my hand?
I imagine he just kept it.
Well, no, yeah, because he
couldn't read your arms.
Yeah, I would have just put it on the table for ease for the time being.
Okay.
I just stand up and I just look at everybody.
This is Sentry. Can you speak?
Yes, the That hasn't happened before.
Did you run out of battery, or...?
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
I don't believe in that.
You're a cell. No.
Do you have any idea of what might have caused it?
Do I have any idea, DM?
You put 2 and 2 together. You're not an intelligent being. You
So I don't put 2 and 2 together.
make an intelligence check just to see what you do know.
Jackal also, no matter what the answer's going to be, he's going to be looking at Sentry to see if there's any kind of indications of lies. Maybe
Okay.
stuttering in his voice,
Yeah, make an insight
looking
check.
away.
What did you get, Sentry?
9.
You just have an idea it might be something to do with the crystal.
And I got an 8.
An 8, you don't see anything. You just see him kind of looking a bit, robot-y, no kind of emotion, just like
Yeah.
kind of like looking around.
The crystal, like I mentioned before, I believe it helps and may have some other slight effects. I don't use it without being somewhere hospitable like this. I think is the best bet.
Are you sure it's going to be best in your hands then? I mean, I've got no use for it. I've got my ability, but if it affects you and knocks you out like that, I mean, it could do it to everyone, but I don't want to even test what prolonged effects that thing can do to you.
Is Sally,
I mean,
you
it's
still
your
doing
call.
your mumbo jumbo as well?
So,
I think
he's still doing your ritual casts?
I mean, I've not stopped it.
Yep, you're still doing it, yes. About 5-6 minutes in, so she's nearly finished.
Why don't we leave it there on the table for now, and check what Salvation and maybe Willow can see of it, but otherwise I'll just hold on to it and not use it unless needed. It's been very useful, but only whenever it's safe to do so.
I think that's fair for now. Just getting rid of it would be a unwise idea.
And I'll just I'll turn back round and start picking up the drapes to try and pop them back on.
Okay, yeah. Make a... Actually, no, you can do it. You'll be fine. It'll take you a few minutes to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, no problem.
And just wait for Sal, I think, to finish.
Yeah. I would say at this point, Sal, your incantation is finished.
So what? In a 30 feet radius.
So you detect magic in a 30 feet radius. And you
Yeah.
can tell what kind of magic it is as well.
Yeah.
So in a
And it show up with a faint aura as well.
In now, this is very interesting. So, sorry, what did you say? What kind of magic can it pick up?
Well, any. It tells me. Hang on, let me get the actual thing up.
Says the School of Magic.
Where are you? There you are. Yeah, within 30 feet. Actually, see a faint aura around any creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay, cool. First thing, you does cut out a little bit. It might be Discord. I'm not sure, but I kind of got that. It's like going like this, and you kind of go, and you go back again, and it's like
Might just have to change your
It might be the sensitivity on the
Discord
Discord, yeah.
sensitivity on it. Yeah. Change it from the auto pickup and turn that off.
How do I even get to that?
Click out of full screen, then at the bottom, just underneath where it says video, next to mute and deafen user settings.
Yeah.
Bonk, and then go down to app settings, voice and video.
Yeah.
and then just below push to talk is automatically turned.
So just turn that to.
Turn that off and then put it to whatever the decibel level is that can pick you up.
Okay. I mean, can you guys hear me okay like that?
Yeah, much better now. Much better. Yeah, beforehand you'd like cut out because it wouldn't pick it up.
Alright, okay, I'll leave it like that then.
Amazing. So you cast your spell, and just let the guys know what they see. Let's see what they say. So what does salvation do when this is finished?
Well, I mean, she doesn't really look like anything, and no one else can see anything. It's just I can see whatever magic items in the 30 feet area.
Yeah.
Anything magic shows up with a faint aura around it, and I don't know what school of magic it is, but
I've just seen what kind of aura does it have to give off for you.
I don't
Just
just
a bit of
glowy, I guess.
flavour. Okay. So you look around and you kind of like see through these misted. It's not misted. It's kind of like a sense, but it kind of like hums a little bit, and you can pick up different bits. And as this incantation finishes, your eyes kind of like widen a little bit. You can see all sorts of magical items on your compatriots. On the table, there is a very strong sense of magic coming from the crystal. There is also... did you say 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. How far 30 feet is. Okay. You see a very, very slight magical essence coming from Athena.
Mage on the other side of the room.
And everyone. And whatever you guys are holding that contain a magical essence as well.
Don't think I have anything magic.
Nothing. You got the frost stone, which says the weather.
Yeah, your ring is glowing as well. You get a sense. Would you like to know the school of magic that the crystal is? Just out of interest.
Has it changed from last time I did this when it was evocation?
Nope. Still evocation.
Is there anything coming off sentry?
Sentries or anything coming off you?
Have
you got anything magical on you?
Would me and of myself have a magical aura or no?
No.
No, I've got nothing magical on me. Other than my personality.
Hey!
Beautiful.
And nothing comes off him in regards to the crystal either. The crystal looks the same. I mean, whilst I'm here, is there anything else within the 30 feet, or...?
Not within the 30 feet. You can just see as far as the outline of Athena. Just like a very slight hum. And that's it. It just goes out.
What school is that, out of curiosity?
I will let you know. Give me a sec.
Good luck, Fraser.
Fuck's sake.
I'm not even sorry.
I'm not sure if there is a school. Well, at least it states in the thing.
I
so
see.
you might just have to describe which one it relates to best.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, it either picks it up or it doesn't.
Because it is magical, but I don't think it states a school because it's not a spell.
I would say for this, yeah, because it would be, it's so out of the realms of. You can see that Athena has a magical presence, but it comes under a load of question marks on the school. You are not sure at all what this is. Possibly a bit more study, maybe, would give you an idea. You get a feeling and a sensation, but it's like, it doesn't have a name.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the DM saying, let me think about it, I'll get back to you.
Yeah. No, I know what it is, but...
Say the classic. It's old magic.
Okay. Make an intelligence check, just to see what you do know.
Okay. Interesting.
GPs.
Old magic.
When you don't know what to say.
No.
Oh.
Quite high DC for that, so, unfortunately. Yeah, you get a slight sense of something. It's on, like, a level that you probably recognise, but you're like, ooh, I don't know what it is just yet.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Are you guys doing anything else?
Well, I want to stay here and see what the bard has to say with regards to his travels, but at the same time, I think we might need to find Willow. I don't like how long we've separated now for.
Yeah. You guys have been away from Willow for quite a long time at this point.
I mean, I need to go drop off my armor so I can go get some upgrades on it. I'm more than happy to take Fino and go out and have a look. If you want to stay here and talk to the guy.
Yeah, if I think that might be a good idea. Salvation Sayer.
I will stick here. I want to keep an eye on the area in general.
Me and Athena are the fastest here. We'll be able to cover ground quicker on our own to find Willow.
Okay. We'll ask the bard of his travels, and I'll pick up the gem and put it back in the right place. If you find Willow, shall we meet back here or meet at the market if we're going to see the town speaker?
Let's meet at the market. We might as well waste no time. We're already very busy as it is.
Yeah. I'll stand outside the tavern just in case she does work out that we're here as well.
Okay, so where are you guys going? First off, Jackal, you're going outside. Say you're going outside. Sentry, you're going.
Yeah, I'm just going to be basically standing outside of the tavern just to see if Willow makes her way over here so I can spot her.
And Salvation, you're staying put.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would say Jackal's probably the quickest, so he would be off first. Let me just move our viewers back to.
Yep.
Wander over yonder.
Wander over yonder. It's followed by Sentry, I would say, and then. In fact, you guys can give me your marching order if you like. I'm just going by Dex.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just staying in with Salvation to ask the fella.
Okay.
Crush Jones.
Okay, so you're staying with Salvation.
Yeah, to go and ask the musician.
Yeah, cool. Okay, let me just put those back on.